Welcome to our third episode of Public Speaking Excellence series. Last week, or in the last session, or episode 2, we spoke about how to build and organize your speech. And today we will talk about another interesting and important subject that follows the last one. Today we will talk about delivery elements. Now, for any speech that you are going to deliver, there are elements that must be there. Before we talk about the delivery elements, let's talk about speech components. So in any speech, you must have three components, or three conditions that must be present. Without them, you cannot deliver your speech. The first one is you need, of course, audience, somebody who's going to sit there to watch you, clap for you, laugh with you, cry maybe, so you need audience. Otherwise you cannot deliver your speech to the chairs. Number two, you need content, which is the topic itself. The topic that you prepared last week, you built and organized and put it in a nice format. So this is the required material for you to deliver the speech. The third component is the delivery itself, the style, the way that you are going to deliver the presentation or the speech. Now, all of these are important and all of them are required to deliver a good speech. However, the most important one is the delivery, the style, the way that you are going to put the topic forward for your audience. Now, let's imagine that we give you the best audience you want. If you want them to cry, they will cry. You want them to laugh, they will laugh. If you want them to interact, they will interact. Fine. So I'll give you this audience. 100,000, doesn't matter. Then I will give you the best material that has been written by Shakespeare. Okay? So Shakespeare material, you have it in your hand, go and deliver it. But if you deliver it in a lousy way, you will kill the whole presentation. You will kill the speech. So delivery is very important. We must focus on it. We must have it in a better way, as professional as possible. So let's talk about the delivery then, and talk about delivery elements, starting from the first one. The first component or the first element of your delivery is preparing and practicing. Preparing and practicing. What do you mean by preparing and practicing? See, for any speech, you must have enough time practicing, preparing before going to the stage. Now, it's not nice for any speaker, it doesn't matter whether he is a professional speaker, experienced speaker, or a starting speaker. You must have enough time before going to the stage. Now, how do you do that? How do you prepare and practice? If you remember in the last session, we said never memorize your speech. You cannot. Now, why? Many now might say, okay, why not? We can memorize it and then go to the stage and deliver it. See, everybody is claiming that he or she forgets. So we all forget. So if you try to memorize, you will forget. And what is memorization? What does it happen to your brain? When you memorize sentence after sentence, word after word, So it's like forming a chain, Each word is part of this chain, is a ring of this chain, So it's like this. So this word and this is another word, so they are connected to each other. Imagine you forget a word. So what happens to your chain? It will open, it will fall apart. So even memorizing is dangerous. You shouldn't memorize your speech. It is dangerous. What do you need to do is to know your speech. Know it. We said it in the last session and probably in the first session as well. You will pick a topic of your control. You know it. Once you know the topic, then you will be able to deliver it. You will practice it and then you will go and deliver it. If you start memorizing, you will put in your mind, it's a psychological effect, you will forget. And you will forget. So instead of that, know the subject. And how do you know the subject? Very simple technique I will give you today. It's called mind map. Yeah. So let me show you what I mean by mind map. Mind map is a technique, developed by a British scientist, scholar, author. It's called Tony Buzan. So for more details, by itself, it needs more than an hour to explain it in details and how it works. However, I'll give you just the highlight of it. So Tony Buzan developed this beautiful technique, mind maps, to help our brain remember and extracts the information in an easy way. So this is a mind map. I created this for you as an example. Yeah. So what do you do in your mind maps? You have your main idea here. Then you have point 1, point 2, point 3. As an example, yeah, the main idea is the main topic that you are going to deliver. Point 1 could be the introduction. Point 2 could be the body. Point 3 could be the conclusion. So here you'll have only simple keywords. Yeah, simple keywords helping you recall what you want to deliver. Now, moving from this, you move to point 1. And this is point 1. So point 1 will have 3 sub-points. Sub 1, sub 2, sub 3. Again, each one will have a keyword explaining or mentioning, highlighting what you want to deliver. For example, if you remember in the last session, we said my introduction, let's say point 1 is my introduction. And the first thing in your introduction, you will have your catchy opening. Remember? Catchy opening. So my catchy opening will be a song, for example. So which song? Celine Dion song. So you write here only Celine Dion song or the name of the song. Of course, you should know the song. Yeah. So by knowing the song, you will go and deliver the song or a joke. So you mention a joke here. Story. Which story? Story in the jungle. Story in Thailand. Story in... So you just remember it. It was a story. Yeah? Mini story. Point 2 or sub 2 is the introduction, what you are going to tell them. Yeah? Leading to the topic. Yeah? Go back to my last week video on YouTube. You'll see the details of that. And then sub 3 is the way forward to the topic. Yeah. Similarly, if let's say this is point 2, which is the main body. So sub 1 will be the first point, followed by an example or a story. Second point, followed by an example or a story. Third point, followed by an example or story. Now, what is the beauty behind this technique? Now, you might look at it now and say, oh, it's a bit complicated or it doesn't work. No, it will work, my friends. This technique helps you remember and recall the key points. You can be more creative if you look at Tony Buzan and add some images. These images will help their brain recall the correct or the right information at the right time. Yeah, whenever you want. Plus, it's a keyword. Now, if you are going to forget a keyword, then you have to go to a psychiatric. Yeah, you need to visit the hospital. Yeah, so it's very easy. Yeah. Plus, you rehearsed your topic. Remember, point number 4 of last week's session, when you plan, prepare, practice, and present. Yeah, practice. Yeah, so you need to rehearse as much as possible until you are fit to deliver it. So with the rehearsal, and this will help you not to forget. Because you know your subject, you know your topic, you lived it, you prepared for it very well. So this is just a guide for you. You don't need it. And those who talked to me last week and asked me, do I need a small pieces of paper? At this moment, no, because everything is programmed here using mind maps. Mind maps help you program your brain using keywords and symbols. That's it. Yeah. So for your next speech, try it. In fact, mind map or mind maps in general are useful for basically everything. So try to use mind maps. Yeah, it will help you a lot. So this is when you are going to prepare for your subject and start practicing for it. Now let's move now to body language, which is part of it, because we said delivery contains your preparing, organizing. Now we just spoke about preparing and practicing. Yeah, organizing, we spoke about it last week, and now we will talk about body language. Body language is part of the delivery. Now, how do we define, or what do we define body language? This is what I'm doing now. Body language basically is show what you mean. Some people will say, oh, Hasanain, it's acting. No, we are not acting. And we are not asking you to act. Acting is for those actors who go or who appear in movies. Yeah, we are speakers. Yeah, yes, it is the hardest, but once you get used to it, like what I'm doing now, it comes natural. Yeah, once you are used to practicing your body language wherever you try to speak, it comes natural. Yeah, so you don't even to think about it. Let's talk about it in more details. Body language starts before going to the stage. Many people think body language only when I'm on the stage. That's wrong. Your body language starts before going to the stage. In fact, your body language starts before even thinking to be a speaker. Unfortunately, let me explain. Unfortunately, I have seen many speakers who cannot even demonstrate, who cannot show their skills. Why? There could be many reasons. Feeling shy, embarrassed, or not trained, or they don't know. Body language is very crucial, very critical for every speaker. If you don't know how to practice and present your body language on the stage, I'm telling you from now, Hasanain, forget it. Yeah, don't ever. Right from the beginning, right when you are at home, before thinking of being a speaker, think of your body language. And this is what I mean by thinking of your body language. Let me explain. Whether in, for example, YouTube or in Instagram, live recorded videos, or live on a stage, I have seen many speakers, unfortunately, they can be great speakers and they have excellent topics. However, they look like this. Yeah, when they go to the stage, I wish I can walk to demonstrate to you, yeah, to show you. Yeah. Now, what do we call this? Yeah. What do we call this? Yeah. This is a speaker going to the stage. Is this for some trainers? Is this a trainer going to the stage? Is this a speaker teaching me, or a trainer in YouTube or in even live in Instagram or wherever is giving me some knowledge? Of course not. I will immediately unfollow and block. Charisma, my friends. This is the key word. Charisma. Every speaker must have the right charisma. It should glow from your face, from his face or her face. Yeah? Look at yourself in the mirror and see how you look before going to the stage, or before even thinking to be a speaker or a trainer. Now, charisma is the way you appear. So it's part of your appearance. Many think appearance only the way you dress. No, I have seen speakers forced to go to the stage. They have been pushed to go to speak, and that's wrong. Don't. It will be a reflection. This reflects your way, your personality. So next time if I want a speaker, I will not even think about you. Yeah, I want someone who looks like a speaker on the stage. Yeah. So number one, body language starts before going to the stage. It starts with your charisma, how you look. And this is what we will demonstrate now as we go on. In general, the way you walk from your chair, from where you are called. Yeah, from where you are called to speak. Yeah, now the next speaker is Mr. So-and-so. So when you walk from your chair, going to the stage, chin up, chest up. Yeah, very confident. Yeah, smiling, of course, positive, going to the stage. This is the way you should look. What else part of the appearance apart from the charisma, which really the charisma is a key thing for a speaker. Yeah, look at yourself before. Yeah, go back and watch your videos. For example, go back and watch wherever you spoke before. If you had some videos, this will help you a lot to determine yourself. It's the best thing, and I told you before, it's the best thing to judge yourself. Don't. Okay, if I am being forceful in here, go and look at yourself. Go and look at yourself and the way you delivered your previous speeches. Then you can judge yourself. And it will be excellent if there is a video that's showing you yourself walking from your chair into the stage. How did you walk? Positive, confident, or just about to die? Yeah. Number two, apart from the charisma, is your dress, the way you dress. Yeah. Now, what I say in the dress, you need to dress appropriately. Yeah. So, if it is formal, then it has to be formal. If it is a uniform in a company, then it's a uniform. Yeah. If it's casual, then it's casual. Informal, it's fine. Yeah. However, you need to match what you have according to the event. One thing I have noticed when it comes to uniform, not uniform, I mean the formal dress, especially it is, let's put it in two words, men. If you see men wearing here the Arabic, let's say, dress we have, the thobe and the scarf, yeah. Look at me, I'm going to demonstrate, yeah? So they start by, yeah, putting the scarf properly, ghitra, yeah, putting it nicely, shmagh, yeah? And then they go to the stage. And this is what they do. The moment they start, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, open it, put it again, yeah? Today we will talk about brotherhood, and I had two brothers, one of them was good, one of them was bad, and now, why do you do it? Or why does he do it? This is a big sign of nervousness. Yeah? Okay, you might judge me now for what I say, but it's 99% nervousness. If it's nicely done, so why do you open it? Similarly, girls or ladies, women, yeah, they have their own scarf, yeah, it's nicely done, they go open it and fold it again. It's another sign of nervousness. If you are wearing a suit, you will see yourself putting your hand somewhere unnecessary, maybe buttons or your tie or pockets, yeah? So this is all part of it. It's all part of the appearance. So the appearance is not only wearing appropriately for the event, yeah? So appearance is how you look on the stage. Now, we move on now from how you look on the stage with charisma, or even before going, which is the charisma, and then your dress. And then we move on to the whole body, yeah? So when you are at the stage, people, of course, will look at your body, yeah, as a whole. Before we talk about body movement, many ask, what do I do as soon as I reach the stage? And this is what I drew for you here again. And we will do it together, a simple exercise, yeah? Now, and I have done that, those who attended my live class, yeah, before, they will understand this picture now. this drawing. Now, what I mean by this is the stage, and this is your audience seated here. Listen to this and memorize it. Always start from the middle, from the center. Start from the center. Unless there is a very genuine reason to start from left or right, or there is a podium that you have to stick to, yeah? Or maybe a projector that you might cover. So if these, let's say, reasons are eliminated, then you start from the center, middle center, yeah? How do you stand? You stand, your feet parallel with your shoulders, yeah? So you stand like this, yeah? So don't close your feet like this or your legs, say imbalance, and don't open them wide. Yeah, again, it's not nice. So it's parallel with your shoulders. It's called the horse riding stance. Yeah, so like this, the horse riding stance. Hands, the second question, what do I do with my hands? And this exercise I gave it many times, even in the Arabic session. So there is one exercise you need to do to be careful with your hands. Yeah, many will clap, many will cross, many will do so many things. Yeah, cross them like this, put them at the back. Yeah, no, this is not the way you put your hands. You put your hands in this exercise, but you imagine it. You don't do it in front of your audience. You imagine it. Yeah, so close your eyes, put your hands up, arms, and drop them down. Just drop them, let them go. Yeah, drop them. Not you don't drop them; they will not fall. Yeah, but you just put them down. Yeah. So wherever they are positioned, this is how you start. Yeah. So just leave your hands relaxed. This is how you start. Okay. Now, where do I go? Left or right? Right or left? This is the $1 million question. Let's have this in my piece of paper here. You don't know where you go. During your practice, during your delivery, you have to have this paper with you. This, along with, for example, your script, yeah, will tell you where to go exactly. And this is how you do this exercise. In my first paragraph, sentence, first scene, first event, I will move left. Yeah, now your left, my left, it doesn't matter. Okay? Second paragraph, second sentence, I will move to the right. Then I will move diagonal, left. Or then diagonal right. And you keep on making marks in your design. Now, people might say, oh, Hasanain, this is complicated. Yes, it is complicated. If you want to deliver a proper, professional, excellent speech, and especially for those Toastmasters, my friends, yeah, who are listening or will listen to the YouTube, if you want to win a speech, yeah, go and look at the delivery marks. How many marks for delivery? If I remember, it's 40 or 50. Yeah. So imagine how much this will help you. Plus, it's not about winning a speech. Yeah, it's about how organized you will be on the stage. Yeah, rather than thinking, okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, left or right, left or right. Left. You don't know it. You are programmed now to go left. If you practice to go left or right, doesn't matter. Yeah. So you practiced wherever you want to go. Yeah. Put this in your mind. Delivering a speech is not just like delivering a pizza. Yeah. You need to practice. You need to have enough time practicing. Yeah. So, and this is part of it. This is part of where to move. Many think, okay, write the speech and go to the stage. No, this is a beautiful exercise, and let me brag about it here. No one will give you this exercise except me. So those who watch my YouTube, this is copyrighted for me. Yeah. Okay. So this one helps you a lot where to go. Now, there is a guideline. Let me tell you a guideline. My YouTube channel, by the way, is Speaknlead Hasanain AlSaffar. Yeah. So Speaknlead Hasanain AlSaffar. You'll see all my previous videos, Arabic, English, are there. Now, how does this work, in fact, or how do I determine where to move, left or right? Now, this is a guideline. Listen to the guideline. Talking about something positive, moving forward. Positive, forward. Negative, backward. How many steps? Depend on the stage, yeah? Depends on the stage, yeah? 2 steps, 3 steps maybe, front or back. Yeah? So something positive, appealing to the audience, yeah? Requesting the audience, demanding from the audience going forward. 2 steps, yeah? Like this. Speaking negative, something bad, something maybe sad, yeah? Backwards, again, 2-3 steps back. You can move left or right as you change points. Moving from point 1 to point 2. Point 3 to point 4, for example. And this is how it is. Movement on the stage is not like a pendulum. Now, and this is what I should have said earlier on. In many classes probably you have attended about body language or even public speaking, presentation skills or training. They tell you move. Hey, you trainer, move on the stage. But they don't tell you how or why. Or what they tell you, you have a presentation today, don't forget, yeah, you go there and move, huh? And this is nonsense. Yeah. They don't tell you why you move. Yeah. You move, first of all, to attract the attention and to reduce the nervousness you have. Yeah. All of this tension that could appear while you are standing, yeah, will be released if you move. So all this negative energy will be drained. This is number 1. Number 2, your speech will be interesting, yeah, as you move. And number 3, which I will talk about, you can create, as they call it, your stage. They call it stage build-up, yeah? You can put places in your stage. I will explain it now. So you move with a purpose, my friends. You don't just move because they told me move, yeah? This is nonsense. This is wrong. You move with a purpose. As I just said, something positive, move forward. Something negative, move backwards. There is a guideline. Yeah. Left or right? Why left? Why right? Now, it depends on how you want your presentation or speech to go. Yeah. And I will explain why left, why right in a second for stage build-up as well. But how to move as you change points. Listen to this carefully, my friends. Let's say you started your speech and you move to the left. You move to the left and stand on the left side. You don't move until you finish your point. And then you move, for example, to the right or back to the center, wherever you like. And it has to be smooth transition, not robotic, yeah? So you start, you go to the left, stand there for probably even 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. As soon as you finish or about to finish your point, move to the second area that you have designed. Again, stand there, stop, don't move until you finish your point. Yeah, and then move to the third and so on. Yeah, so never ever move because they told you move. This is wrong. You move with a purpose on the stage. Yeah, so this is the guide, as I said. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for example, 7, 8, 9, doesn't matter. You will program yourself when you practice it. Now, why do you move? Again, there is one more reason. To build your stage. What do you mean by building my stage? Let's have a look. Let me take the green pen and let me show you why do you move on the stage. Let's say, again, you start in the middle and you will demonstrate work home. Yeah, you will tell your audience that every day you take your car, you walk from home to work. So where is home on the stage? Home will be number one. So this is number one, will be home. Yeah, number one is home. So when you start your speech, you move to the left and talk about home. Yeah, whatever you want to say. One sentence, two sentences, 3, 4, 10, doesn't matter, because you are at home. This is my stage. I'm building my stage. You can move around this area that you called home. Yeah, you do this only if you want your audience to imagine where you are and what you are going to say in your speech. Now, let's say you say, okay, I drive from home to work. So you move to the other side, and this is work. And you stand here and talk about work. Yeah? I was in the office, I was with my boss, I printed my emails, I checked that, I did this. Yeah? So this is work. So you stand here and talk about work. Don't move. Yeah? Now, this is for building the stage. Again, let me say, don't move means you don't change positions and confuse the audience. You will confuse the audience later on, and stick to that. So whenever you mention home, you go home. Whenever you mention work, you go work. This will be printed in the brain of your audience. This is one key reason for moving. Yeah. So again, you move diagonal, as I said, you move diagonal as you change points, whether backward, sad, something bad, forward, something positive. Now, where do you end? You end back in the middle, unless there is a reason. Unless there is a purpose for you to end otherwise. The best place to end your speech, I will show you in green again, is here. End your speech right here. This is your audience. Here, be careful, don't fall, yeah? So appealing to the audience, going forward to the audience, asking about some actions from the audience, go few steps forward. End your speech here. Yeah? End it with a bang. Strong ending. Yeah, like what we said last week. This is in general about your body. Now, let's move on. We don't have enough time, yeah? It's a big topic. I'm trying to summarize it. Now, this is your body in general and what you do on the stage when you start and what you do with your hands. We said just drop them and let them fall. Here we go. This you start. Now, after your body, yeah, people will zoom in to your face. So your facial expressions are very important. What's there in your face? Of course, you have your eyes, eyebrows, you have your mouth, you have your cheeks, you have your forehead. So with all these muscles in your head, you can create or make your facial expressions. Now, facial expressions, part of your body language, again, it shows the feelings and emotions. It shows your feelings and emotions. So it will be a reflection of your conviction, earnestness, honesty, yeah, all these things. It will be, or all of them will be reflected on your facial expressions. So make sure not to have fake facial expressions. And we said, body language in general, show what you mean. A simple example, happy, just show us you are happy. Sad, show us that you are sad. Disgust, okay, show us that you are disgusted. Yeah. So just show what you mean. That's it. Yeah. And you have all of your, as I said, yeah, eyebrows, eyes, yeah, all of this, mouth. Yeah. Just try to show us the real facial expressions. Going from your face, zooming into your eyes. And listen to this, my friends. Your eyes are the second powerful link after your voice. So I'm moving forward, yeah? This is a real demonstration. I'm moving forward because I'm going to tell you something important, yeah? Your eyes are the second powerful link after your voice. Eye contact is a very strong tool. Now imagine a speaker is speaking and looking at the floor or up, yeah, or not looking at the audience, yeah. It's a big sign, and it is the first sign of nervousness, being scared, not confident. Yeah. So make sure to look into the eyes, yeah. Why? Because it will send the message across. So every single individual from the audience will say, oh, he's talking to me, yeah, he's addressing me, yeah. And make sure you address the entire audience, especially if there is a big audience, you look at the forehead of them, yeah, look at the forehead, yeah, they will not notice it, yeah. If you don't want to look into the eyes and it's difficult to look at 1,500, yeah, so you look at the forehead, especially if you are talking or speaking from a big stage. So eyes, yeah, use your eyes. And that's a reason why maybe last week somebody asked me, do I need papers? Yeah, I am against papers when I am speaking on the stage. I know my speech, I will just go and deliver it. Nobody will notice. If I forget, nobody will notice, yeah? We said this technique, yeah? We talked about it last week, yeah? Because the audience doesn't have the script. They don't know. Even I wrote something here, you don't know what I wrote. I'll just say it. So if I forget it, we end the session, go home, you are happy, I'm happy. So no need to think about the paper. Now, people are telling me, what if I have a piece of paper? Fine, your eye, yeah? You lose the audience, yeah? When you start looking at your paper, even small pieces of paper, you lose your eye contact with your audience, yeah? I'm a big fan of no papers. Try, yeah, with practice, you'll get used to it, yeah? So have some mind maps and you will remember it. Now, what else? After eye contact, after your eyes, we have your hands. Hands, we call them hand gestures, yeah? Hand gestures. Many will say, okay, what do I do with them? That's why you see them going left and right here and there. Now, I will tell you 3 basic hand gestures that you can use. Very basic. The first one is, we call it the give. Yeah? Give. Palm up, give. Yeah? Remember, the first hand gesture is give. So always when you try to point, to call, to address the audience, yeah? Your hands are, palm is up. Yeah? Like this. Yeah? Not like this, like this. Not like this. I will talk about them. Like this. Your palm is up. Peace. Yeah, peace. Open. So always address the audience. Give. Or anytime you would like to point, give. This is the first one. Then you have the chop. Assertiveness. Strength. Chop. 2 hands or single hand. Chop. When do I use the chop? Especially if there is, as I said, power, assertiveness, action you want your, we have to move now, yeah? So it's a sign of strength. It's much better than saying, even if you use your voice, we have to move now. Now, which one is better? Which one is strong, yeah? Or, of course, using your hand. That's it. I want it right now. Chop. 2 hands, single hand, okay? 2 hands is more powerful, single hand is less, yeah? Metaphorically. The last one, and it's the mostly used, is called the descriptive or show. The show. Yeah. What do I mean by the show? Yeah. Explain, describe, using your hands, what you are saying, like what I'm doing now. For example, I have a small cat. Yeah, small. So showing you how small. I play football. My daughter Hayat is about 10 years, 11 years, yeah? So showing the height. This will again give the audience some imaginary, yeah, let's say picture. They can imagine what you are showing. Yeah. So describe. Okay, they're called descriptive gestures or the show. So show me. Show me what you have. Now these three things, if you practice them, like see what I'm doing, if you practice them, then they come naturally. Then naturally you will begin to use your hands in your speeches. At the moment, if you are a beginner or just starting, just think about them. When you rehearse or when you practice, think about a gesture. Let's say, even with your body, if you are talking about football, just show me how you kick a ball when you talk about football. I'm not asking you to run on the stage. I'm asking just to show me. It's much better than standing like a Statue of Liberty. Move on the stage, move with a purpose. Yeah? Now, the last part, because we need to talk about voice, the last part of your body, it's a big subject, and this is without question and answer as well. Using your hands, write down these three numbers. Write down these three numbers. If you use your hand to address the audience or to request from the audience and your palm is up, 84% from your audience will comply. So your palm up, 84%. If you say, please sit down, please stand up, for example, please stand up, please rise, yeah, give him a round of applause, yeah, could you please, 84% of your audience will comply, will say yes. Palm down, facing down, hand facing down, yeah, 52% will comply. 52. So reduced by almost 32%. What about if you do like this? Yeah. Please stand up. 28% will comply. Never do this. Never. And let me give you an example here. If you remember last week, we said give a point, tell a story, give a point, tell a story. So I give you the point, don't do this, and this is the story. Once I was doing a course for a company here in Bahrain, without mentioning, and then we talked about body language. It was communication skills, and we highlighted a little bit about body language. And suddenly one of the people, one of the trainees stood and told me, Hasanain, once we were talking with someone and we just did like this. He fought with us. Definitely he will fight with you. Definitely. Yeah. He said we were doing it just, like in our culture. Yeah. So we're just pointing. Yeah. Of course, different culture, different body language, and be careful. Yeah. Be careful with your body language. Now this ends our body language. Let's move to our voice. What do we have with our voice? And we have only a few minutes left, and every time the voice gets us, tight at the end. Let me talk first about the voice characteristics. Yeah. So again, voice and body language, part of the delivery element, and they go hand in hand together. Your voice. Let's talk about the characteristics of the voice. There are different types of voices, or different types of voice. The first one is called the forceful voice. And these characteristics are the natural voice characteristics. That means they are created by God. God created these people with these characteristics. So it's not made by them. We highlight this because we want people to know the characteristics of their voice to take some actions. Why? How many times you've been to a place where there is a speaker where you don't want to listen to him or to her because it's just irritating? This is the voice characteristics. Now, it's not, he doesn't make it, but it's by God. Yeah, he is created like that. He was created like that. Now, the first characteristic, it's the forceful voice. Yeah, whoa, like this. Yeah. So people are like that. The second one is pleasant. Yeah, pleasant, that you love to hear or listen. The easily heard, with correct alliterations, pronunciation, and the loud or the irritating voice. Now, loud and irritating, of course, you don't want to listen to. Now, why am I mentioning these without going to further details? If you are one of them, please look at the characteristic of your voice and try to do something about it. If you are a forceful, or if you have a forceful voice, try to practice how to make it lighter. If you are loud and irritating, again, try to make it a little bit softer. People might not tell you in your face that you are loud or you have a forceful voice or we don't want to listen to you. They will not tell you, but they will talk behind you. But it's one negative thing that many people will ignore. They'll say, this is my voice. It's fine. We are not against God or Allah's will or the creation of Allah. We are saying these things can be irritating for the listeners. So if I want to be a good speaker, I need to do something. And I don't want to compare it with singers. And you can see singers when they started at the early stages, they go for improving their voices. And they attend many practice sessions and practical and exercise sessions. They improve their voices. So look at this prior even to becoming a speaker or a trainer. This will help you a lot and it will push or bring your audience to you. Now, let's move to voice and vocal variety. Vocal variety, I will talk in quick about 5 things in your voice. The first one is your voice volume. Yeah, is it high or is it low? Yeah, again, this is for intense, for suspense, for interest. Yeah. So this is number 1, volume. Number 2, rate. It's how fast you speak or how slow you speak. Yeah, again, there are scenes where it's slow and low. Sad events, slow and low. Yeah, fast events, maybe volume high with a fast rate. Yeah, so you need to think carefully. Then you have your pitch. Yeah, the sharpness of the voice. For example, if you are a man and you want to imitate a small boy, you will go and say, "Hi, my name is Hasanain." So changing your pitch, yeah, making it softer. Or maybe you want to change it to a different voice. Yeah, so this is called pitch, high pitch, low pitch. Then you have your quality. Quality is basically how you pronounce the letters, how the words come out from your mouth. It's basically the overall package of your voice or vocal variety. And here, let me pause. I will talk to those who imitate, who change their voice into a different accent, especially us. Now, I am Hasanain, I'm from Bahrain. Now, my accent, no matter how I try to change it, yeah, I will be caught. Now, I'm saying if you make it, if you fake it, yeah, if you fake it and you don't pronounce in the right way, meaning you want to sound British or you want to sound American, you will never be. You will never be. If you have lived in Bahrain and you are a Bahraini, even if you have lived in the US for a few years or UK a few years, yeah, you don't have the proper English accent. Let me pause here. If you can make it, go ahead. I'm saying you can't fake it because you will look funny. Yeah, you cannot. Yeah. Okay. So don't fake I don't make it up. Just speak naturally. People know me. Yeah, they look at me. Yeah, black hair. My color is brown. I am a Bahraini. So this is my accent. Yeah. If I go and try to be American, yeah, I cannot pronounce all the words like American people. Even if I try, yeah. Stop it. Similarly, if I want to be British, yeah, with all due respect to this accent, I'm saying if we fake them. We look funny, yeah? We can't speak like them. All what I'm saying, in the quality of your voice, try to pronounce correctly. For example, P, pronounce it as P, not B, yeah? It's a Pepsi, not Bepsi, yeah? When you speak English. If there is V, it's V, it's not F. And that's it, and so on, yeah? This is all what I'm saying. So this is part of the quality of your voice. Obviously, it's the entire thing. It's the quality. Last but not the least, we have pauses. So you need to stop to breathe, or stop for suspense for a couple of seconds, or stop before a punchline where you want your audience to laugh, yeah? So all of these, a stop for the information to digest, because we speak faster than our brains absorbing the information. Yeah, these are the main things about your voice, and we reach the end of this session. We have 9 minutes to reach the hour. We are hitting the hour. It's a big subject. I know every time this subject takes a lot of time. So let's recap. If there is any question, please go ahead. You can ask me in the comment or send me a private message. So today we spoke about, where is my notes? Yeah, Hasanain is lying. Yeah, he's saying no notes. No, this is not a speech. Yeah, this is a session. Yeah. Okay, so today we spoke about delivery elements. We started by talking about speech components, and we talked about mind maps, part of the preparation. And then I showed you, where is my diagrams? Then we spoke about mind maps. I show you the mind maps. Then we moved on to, where is it? Body language itself, yes. Your body language, it's before you start, it's your charisma. It's a dress, appearance, we said. Before you go to the stage, look at yourself. Then you have your body movement, how you stand. Then you have your face. Then you have your eyes. Then you have your hands. Give, show, chop, remember them. And then finally, we spoke about the voice, the characteristics, and then voice modulation, volume, pitch, volume, rate, pitch, quality, and pauses. Okay, that's the summary of today. How is a question here? How to improve the weakness in your voice? Simply, you need to look at what sort of weakness, my friend, Mr. Yasser Safar, my cousin. Yeah, what sort of weakness? Record yourself, listen to yourself, and see where it is. Is it always low? Is it always high? Is it always fast? Is it always slow? By listening to yourself, you will be able to know where to improve. This is number 1. Number 2, look at where you need to improve. This is just a demonstration of how you go high and then come down. Yeah, during speaking, and this is maybe will address your second question. Yeah, especially during speaking, it is for interest. Remember, when you go high, there is something really interesting, enthusiastic. So whenever you are in this stage, go fast. Yeah, little bit high, and then when you finish, pause, go slow. You see, this variation will have more interest into the speech while speaking. This is a simple example that I'm showing you. Go back to the guide of my voice, even in the Arabic one, and this guide will help you. If you have a sad story, go sad and slow. If there is something really fast, for example, the thief jumped from the window and the police was running behind him. See, something fast because the scene is fast. It's not nice to say, the thief jumped from the window and the policeman was running behind him. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, it's a fast scene. It has to be fast. Yeah, I hope this answers your question, Mr. Yasser. And we have just a few minutes. You are most welcome. For those who just joined, you can watch this again in my IGTV once we finish in a couple of minutes, or in my YouTube, inshallah, will be tomorrow, along with my Arabic sessions or the previous weeks, and last week's English sessions. As of now, if there is no question, thank you very much for attending tonight's session. I was very happy to see you again. Next week, we will talk about visual aids, I think. Yes, it's visual aids. Yeah, so next week we'll talk about visual aids. Those who are in the training field, next week's session is a bomb. It will explode. I will talk about so many interesting stuff. Yeah. So Yasser, you are, I believe, in the training field. If you would like to attend next week's session, it will help you a lot dramatically. Yeah. So make sure you attend next week's session next Friday, inshallah. I will also confirm in my Instagram and all social media accounts. Thank you very much for being here. I was happy to see you again. Take care. Before I leave, okay, one thing. I was very happy to mention and to you that I released, probably those who didn't see this, this is in Arabic. This is my latest invention. It's a board game for public speaking in Arabic. Yeah, we started distributing it today. So today we managed to send a few, and inshallah orders are coming. So if you are interested in having one, yeah, you can talk to me. It is in Arabic. It's a board game for teaching public speaking. It's good for all ages. Yeah, I'm showing this for the first time live here. Yeah, so you are lucky, or I'm lucky. So it's the I don't know if you see it. It's tahaddath, means speak. Yeah, it has got I don't know if this is a full set is here. There is an instruction book. Yeah, it comes with it, and there is a mug. Yeah, and this is the board game itself. So I'm showing it for the first time. Yeah, this is the board game. Yeah, I have my YouTube video. It's in YouTube. You can have a look at it, and you can request one. I will deliver it to your door. Yeah. Thank you very much. See you next week, inshallah. مع السلامة.